rolling a 20 is like increased by 500%.
Like I said.
I am going to do that then, it seems like. So, what happened last time was, after the imprisonment of Celine and Lucia, the Baron decided to pardon because he needed a job from them, along with the rest of the party, Whitney, as he wanted his son to kind of just stand up, announce like, we'll do ceremony of like, hey, he's going to be the new Baron and such. But unfortunately, the people of the village didn't like that, and some people speculated that he cheated. This causes enough panic that Poland, the Baron's son, turned into a big scary demon and flew away to start flying to one of the nearby cities or such. Zero, Dorian, and Sebastian all tried to run after him, but to no avail. Meanwhile, Lucia and Celine, they helped escort the Baron, warded off the crowd to the Baron's manor. Baron thanked the two of them and told them that there's a treasure room that the two of them could like take whatever they want from. They decided to do a bit more poking around until the rest of the party shows up, and then they continue sticking their noses into first the Baron's daughter's room, named Helga. They had a look around, saw the creepy dolls saw some creepy dolls. There was a mirror that only Celine could see, and Zero started the panic once she casted detecting transmutation magic near the dolls. As the party tried to leave, Helga all of a sudden just reappeared, almost like a ghost or something like that, and wanted to play hide and seek with the party. The rest of the party was getting ready to leave. Lucia was staying behind. Say that she's playing along and she's gonna help Helga, and then Zero shapeshifts into Lucia and tries to take her place. And now Lucia's kind of just walking around with protection of good and evil in the house.
Because I casted on that before they started counting.
Yes. And as the session ended, Helga basically told Zero she has a way to find everyone and starts dragging her into the invisible mirror.
Well, folks, this might be my last session, so y'all have fun.
I didn't want to leave. So after we swapped, that's kind of where I ended. I actually wanted to poke around. Upstairs. No, Sebastian wanted to leave with the others. I'm going because the rest of the party wanted to run away with the hide and seek.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought we were positioned like outside the door or something.
Up. Okay.
I wouldn't recommend getting any closer. There's a lot of bad stuff happening at the manor at the moment.
Yeah.
Bless you.
That's you.
What do you mean? Sure. History, skills. Oh, hi. It's been a bit. So, uh, hmm, 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 hmm. Yeah. He, uh, so, mm-hmm. That's fair. Well, mm-hmm. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. What was her name? Well, the Baron's daughter, I think they're a demon. Be careful.
Let's not make too many close assumptions here. I mean, there's a lot of evidence pointing to it, but we don't know exactly for sure.
Hmm. Probably. Hmm. Okay. I picked up the flyer. Sure. You said wisdom, right? Boop. 14. Advantage. 14. Hmm.
Well, it's nice of you to show up here and hand Celine that flyer, but I really recommend stepping back. Um, hardly the time for introductions, I feel, but Dorian Ironmaw. Likewise.
Bye bye, Thompson. Okay. Maybe we should have asked him if he had a good hiding place.
I think the game of hide and seek doesn't really work if you're outside the building it's being played in.
They didn't set rules.
I mean, it's a kid. I don't think there's really gonna be that crazy a rule.
You think it's a kid? I don't think it's a kid.
You keep
I'm here
saying
to
that,
win.
but she looks like a kid, she acts like a kid. Sure, she has some magics and whatnot, but I mean, so did my sister at her age, but
Hmm.
it wasn't exactly anything to be untrustworthy towards her. I do hope that whatever's happening inside there isn't deadly to either of our friends.
Where is the other ones at? I.
Huh. I did hear some noise in the background of their mic. They
Oh,
might be
sorry,
doing
sorry.
something.
I was no, I was speaking, and I accidentally took my headset mic off when I was blowing my nose. Forgot to turn it back on. I apologize.
Bless you.
Yeah, I'd like to go to Poland's room first. Hmm. Oh. Um, what was that? A metal? Oh. That is spooky right there. What about the bed? Is there any bed? I see. So this room is just really barren, right? With just those two things? Can I inspect the manacles? Sure. Let me just put my sheet. Investigation. Four. Seven. Well, I guess that's one way to get your child traumatized. I Is there nothing else of notice in this room? Um, I'd like to press up against the side of the cabinet before opening it. And then I'd like to slowly just open it from the side. So not directly in front of it. Is there anything inside? Oh, I'll just have a peek around the corner to see if there's anything inside. Okay, another investigation check. That one went off the table. Oh wait, that's intimidation. I'm sorry. I just realized actually I rolled accidentally the wrong one both times. It should have been a +1. I'm so sorry, DM. Yeah, 12. Can I sense any magic coming off of it? Nope. Is there any symbols, runes, or anything else of note on it? I'll leave it in the cabinet for now and shut the door. And I guess I'll try heading to the just take a peek at the Baron's room. Lucia kind of just whispers to herself, if they're in here, I could just justify that I want to bring their daughter back to them, that's all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I'd like to start off with looking at the mirror because Celine mentioned something weird about a mirror in Helga's room. Can I toss a coin at it? All right. Alright, at least it seems like it's a solid mirror. No teleportation right here. Lucia picks up the coin back up. I guess I'll check out the wardrobe. Well, there's no clues here. Alrighty. That is... Oh, that should be a 4. Why do I keep clicking the wrong things? I'm sorry. I have really bad aim. Even under the bed? I see. Alright, well, I guess I did clear this room thoroughly. I guess I'll be heading back and try to head to the lower floor.
Yay. I do. I would really like to be your friend too, Helga. Mind you, I'm still dressed as Louisa, so. Zero goes over to the chair and cautiously sits down, keeping an eye on Helga. Question. Helga, I wish not to be rude, but my curiosity is getting the best of me. Um, these are your friends. Do they not move? I mean, like you or I. Good. It's always good to have good friends. Are they going to? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not quite thirsty at the moment, unfortunately. If you so insist. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. And I just drag that. All of a sudden, we are Disney characters. Just pull that from the abilities, correct? Okay. Oh, okay. My apologies. +3. Yes. Helga. I can't pick up the teacup. Well, correction. And Zero kind of holds up their hand, and at this point, like the disguise is kind of starting to falter, so they're starting to slowly kind of revert back to what they originally look like. I seem to have... Something's going on. With all your friends. But I can't drink tea if I change. But I wouldn't be able to do it myself. Are you sure? I mean, what if you have a big party? Wait, weren't we supposed to be finding others, Helga? We were originally playing hide and seek, remember? But what if they do? I'm very determined on winning this, aren't you? Wait, you said there was a friend in the manor? Which one? Oh? What did they look like? I guess my charade is up then, isn't it? Ah. Well, I'll say this, Helga, if I was to change into one of your friends, I wouldn't have my abilities. Please be better. Oh, God. You won't have a friend that can change and shift and play with you all the time. Think of all the pranks we could play. Can you? Really? How can? I mean, I'm starting to lose feeling and everything. Does Zero still have movement of their legs? Could Zero stand up? I'm gonna say this is gonna fail because I have a -2 to this. Ow! Okay. I was going to see if my other friend wanted to join us for the tea party. Dorian. And Louisa. And Celine. Well, I figure why not make it a party? The more the merrier, right? Okay, I'll stay. No. It's not like I haven't done that before in my past life, but it's pickled memories.
Dorian's running his hands through his hair. He's contemplating whether or not to just burst inside. Listen, Celine,
Yeah. What's up?
I really didn't feel great about running anyways. I was hoping that they would be able to sort it out and then maybe get out, get on out, because what the fuck's a child gonna do at the tea party, right? But this is taking a little bit too long.
Been gone for like I don't know. Not too long, I don't think. Why, you got a plan to do once we bust in there? Are we gonna beat up the child? Yeah. Do
What? No, I don't want to beat up the fucking kid. It's a kid, man. I'm talking about, like, I don't know, figuring out what's happening. We still need to get the kid and the rest of everybody out of here. I mean, fuck, the whole thing's gonna be going down here soon. The village is revolting.
I haven't really seen the villagers, like, do anything.
You know, and now that you mention it, yeah, they are doing a surprising lack of invading this manor. We got a weird visit from that tiefling guy, but Thomas,
Yeah,
you seem to
Thompson.
know him. But
Yeah.
that's besides the point. We need to get inside there. So, I guess I'm trying to say, you want to join me for this? Because I'm going back inside there regardless.
Well, I guess we ball. Let's go.
Fair enough. And, Dorian will then burst open the door. The defiant, shoulder slam into it. I'm really hoping it is an indoor, not an outie door.
I wave.
Lucia kind of looks at Dorian, looks at Celine, and goes, Ah, hi. Hi Dorian. Hi Celine.
Hi.
It's me, Zero.
Oh, hi, Zero. Uh, do you
Don't
know?
mind
Real
me.
quick,
I am.
could
I.
I have the map brought back up? I accidentally closed it.
Oh.
I thought it was just me.
No, I have the app open.
Okay, that's how you move it. It's middle mouse. I was playing Roll20 like
Ah,
less than an hour
Oh.
ago. I got
Arrow
confused.
You can
Yeah.
use. That's what I've been doing. Arrow keys and WASD.
I guess I should ask then, what are you doing to try and portray this message that you are in fact Zero? I think Dorian's pretty keen on who Zero is.
Ah, well, I'll get to that once that part of the conversation rolls around.
Alright, it's going to roll around immediately then.
Exactly. That's.
What do you mean you're
spoilers.
Zero?
Oh, I just simply disguised myself as Lucia. I'm a
Oh,
shapeshifter.
magic. Oh shit! What the?
What? Zero's not a shapeshifter.
She very
What
well
even
is.
is a shapeshifter?
It's someone who
She-
can shapeshift.
I would assume that by the fucking name.
Well, she used her magical abilities to. I sorry. I used my magical abilities to disguise myself as Lucia, as Lucia is currently distracting Helga.
You know, for somebody who says the Zero, you speak a very not like Zero.
Well, I just have to pretend to be Lucia, that's the thing, and this is how she speaks.
Oh, it's like method acting. They're method acting.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Whatever you
Did
say.
you want me to roll
Zero.
performance DM to actually see if I'm actually good? Wait.
10 out of 10 would totally believe this is Zero. May have
Wait,
some doubts.
that's the wrong die. That's the wrong one. Why did I roll nature? What is this hitbox right here? Something's probably wrong with the yeah, it's not me because I definitely clicked performance. Yeah, that's
They're working
weird.
just fine.
Okay, should I reroll or should I just okay, gotcha. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, whatever you say. Anyways, where's the real Zero?
She swapped places with me.
Oh,
Okay.
Now, the part about shapeshifting, though, that was no lie. I was just being a playful deceit right there. Well, really,
Right.
the actual reason I was saying that was in case if Helga came this way, I could just confuse them and say that I have the ability to clone myself.
that'd be cool.
That's really
I
quite
don't-
a stretch. But alright.
Well, hey, she magically appeared, described a mirror. I don't think it's going to be that much of a stretch to say that people can clone themselves.
Yeah, and soon, you
Yeah,
know,
no,
gold's gonna start falling from the sky. Okay.
Oh, don't jinx that. That might happen.
I'm gonna go back to that room with all the dolls and such. I mean, that was where the kid came from. I mean, it said they were at her room. You know, logic would have to assume.
I was using this opportunity to have a look around since Zero is currently holding them up. No problem.
Yeah, you have fun looting and scooting. I'm gonna make sure that our party member's okay. Oh, hey there! You don't happen to know where our friend Zero is, do you? You guys are playing hide and seek? I know I already failed the game as you spotted me, but uh, we really need to go. Dorian, Dorian's going to like put his hand on his temple, and it's like rubbing back and forth. Look back up to Helga. Listen, I understand you're a kid and you probably don't understand this yet, but they're well, actually, you're probably around the same age as my sisters now that I look at it. But we need to go. Well, after your brother had a bit of an incident at the town square, there was a bit of a thing that happened, and well, we need to reunite you with your family. I'd really say quite the opposite. I'm interested in making sure all of you are okay. Sure. Are wisdom saves just you click on the ability and you drag? Oh, there it is. I see the saves. Okay. Teehee. Damn! What? What are you doing? Wait, the opposite. I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay. Fuck that! I refuse to go down like this when you're still in danger!
Hi.
Sure. I'm amazing at these.
Perception.
That was
Again,
me.
why is it going nature? I'm clicking on perception. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna just close and reopen my sheet because I feel like the hitbox is just not working right. Anyways, my roll would have been a 2 plus 4. That would have been a 6 anyways, so still you roll better than me.
Ooh. Lucia, do you think Dorian just died? I bet you Dorian just died.
What do you mean just died? Kid.
Well, I thought we already clarified the kid's a demon.
I know one of them is. I'm not sure about the other one. The other one could just be gifted in magic for all I know.
Okay, let's say worst case scenario. She's a demon. Okay?
Yeah.
Dorian's dead. Probably. You guys want to get revenge? Should we just book it? What should we do?
I want to have a peek first and then leave.
Okie dokie.
I wanted to go to the last room in the the bottom hallway. Give me one moment. The one that's I'm just trying to move this. Sorry, I'm still not used to fantasy ground movement. How do I move them up? Oh, there it is. Got it. Got it. Oh, okay. Oh, was this room? How do I mark? I think this is a door. Okay.
This door.
Hmm. Are they still good? That might be actually finally some decent food for once in my life here.
Ooh. Let's eat some cheese. Lucia.
Sure. That was a wisdom save, right? 12? Dorian's gonna, like, in a stagger, get up and continue to move towards the room that he suspects Zero's in.
Hey. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Please, dice gods, be nice. Why did that go off the table? There we go. My God. At this point in time, Zero's gonna try and just kind of get up from the chair and kind of make their way towards the door. Shit. Can I pull up something here? I don't know if this would do anything. I need something to distract her. Can I summon up my unseen servant and give them, like, I don't know, a parchment paper and just something to distract her with? Cool.
But wait, I got a question then.
Mm,
Her hands are frozen, right? Does Unseen Servant require somatics? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
question, DM. How long would it take the unseen servant? It wouldn't be able to reach the dolls, would it? At least, well, okay. Rephrase. Can the could the unseen servant take female doll at the table and kind of bolt out the door to distract Helga? Cool. Does she leave? Okay, does Zero have clear sight of where the mirror is? Okay. That's what Zero's gonna do. Oh. Yay! I like that. Ah! Small victory. Zero just kind of shakes their head silently.
Right.
Oh, Dorian.
Oh my
Restart
lord.
from the beginning.
We're gonna restart from the beginning.
Anyways, well, I think that we should figure out if we can find like a person who's good at tracking or something, or any of you guys are.
Well, that's kind of what I do. I'm a hunter by trade.
I kind of don't really know anything about you. Yeah, you and Zero, to be honest. Know a little
That's
bit about Lucia, but
fair. What are you trying to track?
I come from a merchant family, but I didn't prepare any merchandise or carts. I was more sent here just by myself.
Well, we're trying to track, you know.
I mean, we
Still
already
think
know where he
the bird
is.
motions. I know, but
Pardon?
oh, she like puts like her two thumbs together as she does like a bird motion. We're trying to track, you know. Anyways, yeah, we kind of know which direction he's headed off into, right? But we don't know the exact location, and he might turn or something. Like it's highly unlikely he just keeps going nonstop for like 3 days, not resting, not stopping, not doing other things.
He would go somewhere where he would be safe.
Only problem is how we're gonna get him to come back. The entire town knows it's secret.
I mean,
I don't think, and they just witnessed him transforming into a demon.
I mean,
That's what I'm trying to point out.
It is
Well,
wise.
That's why I am partially a little bit more apprehensive about this case. It's not that I don't want to save the child. It's more like we find him, what we're going to do with him. It's not like we could just return him to his rightful place, especially since the Baron's left.
Spread a lie saying that the forest did it.
we could turn him over to the circus. It's not that
do
bad.
have-
I was raised there.
Very strange suggestions. I think what we should do is if we do eventually find Poland, which we will, we turn him back over to his family. Or, heck, maybe even Captain Axel. He seems to be alright.
Well, outside of Helga, we don't know where the rest of the family went.
We'd have to assume that he probably went to Crescent Keep from the sounds of it.
Or, you know, turn to dolls.
Maybe they didn't leave any. No, wait, they couldn't unless there was some sort of other exit to the house. We didn't see them leave through the front door. So
I'm willing to bet they may have left through a mirror. When I entered it, there was a corridor. Very well kept, very well made. They could be anywhere.
They could be even still inside the mirror.
Exactly. The Baron's family isn't to be trusted.
Well, no.
At least the Baron and Helga.
DM, can I do the thing I asked in DM? Like, suggested in character?
So your character would know what I replied to you with? Did you see my reply?
Oh, okay. I just wanted to talk it out in character, that's all.
You can do.
For the rest of the party to hear it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Captain Axel.
Yes.
I'm going to try realistic, and please don't take this the wrong way. Alright? I'm going to say something. I don't want to be arrested for it. It's not conspiracy or anything like that. It's just that I think this is probably the best idea, personally, for the town.
And
You can give it some sort of resemblance.
And what would that be?
I'm not object to helping you find the Baron and find his son, but I don't think that him ruling is going to resolve all the issues that we just came across, not just today, but what else could be hidden. I don't think that, especially with trying to make Poland leader, can we even make him leader when he comes back? In accordance with that, I'd like to suggest, if it's possible, send a letter to my hometown. Have someone, authority figure, come over from there as a temporary governance.
That is unnecessary. As captain of the guard, I have already initiated martial law until the return of the Baron and his family.
That's not the issue, though. The issue is what's going to happen when they come back.
When they come,
I know that you have a close bond with them, but I don't think, after what's happened, that the populace would accept them as their leader again.
well,
Unless you're going to quell everyone that speaks ill of his child or such. I think it's probably best that the Baron retire peacefully,
that will
and that
be
someone else should take over.
that will be the Baron's decision when he comes back. I am not of authority. Neither is anyone else of authority able to decide.
Mm-hmm.
If the Baron wishes to retire, the Baron wishes to retire. If the Baron wishes to resume his post, the Baron will resume his post upon his return. Until then, it is my duty just to keep things running smoothly.
I'll see if I can work in a lucrative offer then, if we ever beat him again.
That is possibly most wise.
Well, thank you for indulging me on that thought. I assume you care about the city, since you've been caring about it, and I just hope that you can kind of see my ideal politically.
Of course, I understand where you are coming from. Unfortunately, it is not within my power.
No problem.
And to invite another rival ruling family would almost certainly instigate war.
Well, I can assure you that it'll probably go a lot more smoother, especially with commerce.
The people of Gallo only answer to the king's family. Everyone that rules in Gallo is either is a
It's not that I'm
disputing.
I'm not disputing rival kingdom. I think I'm actually. Never mind. I'll just leave that bit of conversation out. For out of character, because I'm still working on it. I'll probably revise then the subject then once we find the Baron's son. Hopefully it'll be a better opportunity.
I wish you well, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go, there is one thing I'd like to ask, just in
Of
private,
course, please.
with you as well. After everyone else has dispersed or has sorted out what they're doing for the night, what is everyone else doing?
I thought we were still standing around after Captain Axel left. I don't even think we've gotten to that point.
That's why I'm asking what are you doing for. I mean, are you guys gonna be leaving right now, or should we save this for tomorrow while we'll all get some rest in?
Thought we were going to the markets or something.
Yeah.
That's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were doing as well.
Yous can go ahead then.
Okay.
Yeah, before we go hung shoot me.
Bear with me just 2 seconds, guys.
No
Okay.
problem.
Been 2 seconds.
Should have messaged her before about you.
You have to tell me, hey, I'm going to be 16 seconds, and then take actually 16 seconds.
I'm back. So, as you guys head over to the market, I'm assuming, Lucia, sorry, I'm assuming you stay behind.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak with one more thing with Captain Axel. One last thing, Captain Axel. Just before I head off with the rest of my companions, or maybe even now if it's a good time.
Of course.
Yeah. I'll admit, I'm not the best of fighters. I'm not the best combatant. I only recently just picked up a sword myself, just a month ago. It's not entirely controlled by me. I was wondering if either you or if any of the guards could, I guess, have a training before I leave. Just prepare myself.
I would be honoured to train with you.
Great. Thank you. I have to admit, this was not a role that I took up willingly. Holding up a sword is just family obligation. I guess that's something me and Poland have in common then, both being forced by our parents.
Young Polin was never forced by his father, but he did suffer unfortunate circumstances because of it. I
guess that's what I mean in being common.
Come down to the guardhouse. You and I can train behind there. It'll be safe. It's quiet.
Sure.
So you follow Captain Axel down to the guardhouse, whilst the rest of you head over to the market. Are you guys looking for anything specific in the market, or?
I was going to look around to see if there's any merchants who look like they're putting their things away.
I mean, quite a few of them are. The festival of the hunt's over with, and there's better places to be trading than a small village.
Hi! As I approach one of them.
So you walk up to Marty's stall, and he goes, "Oh, hi there, how you doing? It's a pleasure to see you again. Unfortunately, Marty's is closing down for the day. Is there any last little bits and bobs I can get you? Perhaps a bowl of string?"
Well, I was wondering, me and my companions are heading off towards the area of Crescent Keep, and I was wondering if you know anyone who's going to be headed off in that direction.
Ah, Crescent Keep, eh? Yes, I know it very, very well. The king is actually subscribed to our weekly Wine of the World. So I will happily take you up there if you consider traveling with me. I wouldn't mind at all.
Oh, sure. Me and my companions, we can act as your protection in order for you to, you know, have safe travels from the animals and things around you.
Oh, protection would be wonderful. You know, I've been traveling these roads now for some 5, 10, maybe even 15 years. I've lost count. It's been that long. But there's all kinds of things on them roads. There's horrible little goblin things, horrible little, like, oozy things. There's like weird, strange bat things from time to time. It's all a bit of a mess out there. But sure, certainly. I'll be leaving first light in the morning. If you want to meet me over by the old farms, and we'll make tracks.
Sure. Do you want us to take care of our own accommodations, or will you take care of that part?
Well,
You know, like
I'll be staying over at the Creaky Keg tonight. So I mean, yeah, I'm more than welcome to. I'm more than happy to arrange something for y'all.
That's good. How does it sound to you guys? Dorian? Zero?
Dorian's kind of cross-armed, looking away. Doesn't really want to make too much eye contact. But yeah, that's fine.
Zero just gives a silent thumbs up.
Okay. Well, it seems my companions are fine with it. So, We'll meet you around.
Okay, fine, folks. I'll be seeing you very, very soon. I'll make sure to arrange a room for you over at the Creek Keg.
Do you have other accommodations maybe? Not to sound ungrateful or anything. I just I don't think the Creaky Keg might be the best of betting locations.
Who you asking, Marty, or?
Marty, yeah. I mean, he's the one that said
Well,
we're
I
gonna
mean,
have like stuff at the Creaky Keg, right?
I personally don't have any other accommodations for y'all. I mean, I could probably give you a tent or two if that will help. If you don't want to stay in the warm.
What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know if the people of the Creaky Keg are gonna be too fond of us.
Let me think. I don't think they would be too like against us because we're outsiders, but like at the same time, they angry.
I'd rather not deal with an angry mob after what we dealt with today.
I can concur with that. If you wouldn't mind, I think tents would probably do best.
Of course. I mean, I'll give you these on the house, seeing as you're doing me a fine one. Two-man tents okay with y'all?
Sure.
And he sort of goes through his things and he finds the bundles. He's like, there you go. Two-man tents for y'all. I'm trusting you got food and provisions and the like.
Yeah, we do.
Wonderful. And he hands you the tents and he says, well, I'll see you first light. By the fields, man.
Yeah. Yeah, see you then. Has Lucia caught up with us by now?
I would have thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, sure.
Well, where do you guys want to set up these tents then? Yeah, here next to this cot or outside the
Actually,
city?
can we request one more tent? Because, we're party of 5, no?
I already have a tent. Big one.
Oh, you already got one?
Yeah, I bought one earlier when we first got to the city.
Alright, I'm sorry, I forgot.
You want to share or no?
I'll take whichever one's, well, spare last. I've got some business to attend to tonight.
Oh, you got a date or no?
Not really.
Oh, okay. If you don't mind me asking, what's the business?
Nothing much.
Okie dokie.
So, as the evening rolls around, where are you guys camping?
I think Dorian would suggest the outside the city approach. Near like a nice, maybe not near the hunting grounds. The hunting grounds seem to be fucked, but a normal patch of woods.
Shack up nearby the place that we were gonna meet the guy, so we don't have to go far and get to be able to sleep in a little bit.
That sounds good.
So
yeah, I think we'll head there then, Mr. DM.
Cool. So you guys head down to the fields, which you can see on the map here is in the southeast. You head to the other side of them where you see the trade route start to lead down. So who is keeping with whom?
Hmm.
Mm.
I think that Dorian and Zero should sleep together. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't know if we're that far
joking.
yet. I don't know. I don't know about all that. Dorian would probably be pretty uncomfortable with that.
I mean, I was just going to assume that you'd bunk up with Sebastian, Zero have her own room, and then Lucia and Celine have one to themselves. That's what I thought in my head.
She was the one that put me in jail. I want to stay in my own tent. Sebastian
I
can
don't
sleep with
think
her.
Zero
They're
would wanna
they're
be
two
alone
tieflings.
right now, in all honesty.
Sorry.
They're two tieflings. I think tieflings should stick together.
Sorry, Zero?
I don't think Zero would want to be alone right now.
Well, I'm around if you want to shack up. I got big old tent.
That will do fine.
Okie dokies. So,
Ah. Mhm.
sorry, go on.
Oh, I was about to say, if Zero would actually see to Celine's wings, whenever it's time for going to sleeps, because they would have taken off their armor.
I think before we head to bed, Dorian would like to have a moment to speak with Zero. If you want to
Okay.
do whatever it is that needs to be done before bedtime. Anybody else?
I mean, you are getting towards bedtime now anyway, so if you guys want to do bits and pieces, do bits and pieces.
Fair enough. I think Dorian seeing you about to disappear into the tent, he'll reach out for you. Hey, Zero, if you don't mind, there's some things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I have a moment to talk.
Sure. Let's I think privacy would probably be best if we move away from the party just a little bit.
All right, lead the way.
And I think we'd just like, I don't know if they, fuck, I can't like make pings.
Wait, they fuck?
Lucia, no.
Crazy.
That's naughty.
Dorian's mouth.
That's naughty.
I was just repeating what I was just repeating what Dorian said.
No, Dorian did not say that.
Uh,
I'd imagine we like went to a bit of a distance away.
Yeah.
Listen, I appreciate what you did back there in the manor. I wasn't thinking clearly and clearly couldn't keep my cool, and I appreciate you being the level-headed one.
It's no problem. It's just trying to keep everyone alive. That's what I was just trying to do.
Yeah, I suppose it was. I should have been a bit better. It just reminded me so much of my sister, and me. If you don't mind, for a little bit of what's the word? Can I just talk?
Go ahead. I have all the time in the world. I'd rather not sleep now anyways.
Right. Well, I guess I'll keep it somewhat condensed. So you remember how I mentioned I have a somewhat different parents than what you'd expect, right? A dwarf and a tiefling.
Yes.
I was originally raised in an orphanage, down in my town in Dunsmouth. We didn't have the best of accommodations. It was always a fight for survival every single day. And one night, me and my sister decided to try and break out of it. We found a nice clearing. It was the perfect time, really. Snuck into the god shack, stole the keys, and tried to make an escape. Unfortunately, we were caught. The God's Keeper, I don't even want to say his name, he was an evil man, caught us, and Dan, without much remorse, started to, for lack of better words, beat the crap out of us for daring to escape. It was only my sister's cries that actually attracted my dad and mom. They came and saved us and brought us to where we are now. Taught us how to exist, how to live. And just seeing the way that Poland and Helga treated each other, Dorian's like searching for words. He's like rubbing his boar tooth necklace between his fingers. He's looking around for something to say on that.
Perhaps we can help them in the future. Helga's case is a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure if we
You
start
think?
off with Poland first. I believe so.
I mean, it's just...
Helga's best friend only came to her because she was abandoned by her mother and father because they were too obsessed with Poland. I think maybe if we can get her a different best friend, maybe things will turn out better.
I hope. It just really... It might be selfish, but it hurts to see those two at each other's throats like that. I could never imagine with my sister.
You seem to have a very good childhood, minus the orphanage bit. You're quite fortunate to have a loving family. Not
I
everyone can say
suppose
they're
I am.
lucky.
I suppose so. My mother and father were quite nice to us. Taught us things that we never even imagined. Heck, my mom, she actually taught my sister how to utilize magic.
I bet she got up to all sorts of mischief.
Yeah, she did. You see Dorian start to lighten up a little bit. It was she always had the craziest of things. My mother was I think what you had called a sorceress. She had like an innate ability to draw out magic, and she taught my sister how to do somewhat the same thing. It seemed that she was born with some latent ability that I don't possess. She taught us both how to use magic, but for some reason I just seemed to be unable to draw upon it. And even with spell scrolls and whatnot, I just couldn't do it. But she was my sister. She always had it. She had the greatest of abilities. Just the fuck. And he's gonna try. He's like covering his face up a little bit, making pretend coughs to like pretend that he's not about to start crying, but he's facing away now. Yeah, it was great, you know, back there.
Zero for the first time in a long while, for the first time really, is going to lower their hood, revealing the rest of their face, which is their hair is an ashen gray color, and at this point in time there's spots of their skins that are very like an unnatural color. If you need to cry, Dorian, you can. There's no shame in it.
Dorian's still looking away. I don't think he's looked up to see you quite yet. He doesn't really want his face to meet yours while he's crying. No, my dad said it's not manly to cry. It's not manly to cry in front of somebody you like either. It's gotta toughen up. Gotta put it all behind you and move on.
All great men cry. And there is some days a need to cry for those we have lost.
At that point, and we will get back to Selena and Lucia in a second. Dorian, can you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
That was such a
can do
heartfelt moment.
Oh, no. Guys, keep the immersion.
It's an
Sorry.
11.
On an 11, you receive a vision. As your eyes start to fill up with tears, the memories of your sister are flooding back to you. But something weird is happening with your memories. You're starting to see yourself in the modern day, in similar situations. But this time it's not your sister, it's Zero. And you see yourself unable to protect her, unable to help her. And you see in multiple ways that her body can be severed, cut, sliced. And then you hear a whisper. You are right. True men do not cry. And in your mind you see this female form with excessively long black hair that dances around like flames. My name is Lytrine. I am a purveyor of love. I can help you protect the one you cherish. All you have to say is I give myself to you. You will
I think,
I will imbue.
So,
this is in your mind, and this is to do with your level up as well.
alright, cool. Dorian's just, I think right now, he's so vulnerable, he's so just attacked from everything that has been happening. He is just gonna mentally, in there, collapse to his knees and go limp, basically, and his head's gonna very warily look up to this person. Fine. Whatever you gotta do.
I will give you strength, and you will always be able to protect her. But leave her side, and I shall rip your soul apart.
Well,
And she grabs into your chest. Her claws crush your heart. and imbue it with some very, very dark energies. From the outside, Zero, you see Dorian suddenly collapse.
Dorian, hey! And Zero will kind of like, are they standing or?
In my mind, you were like either sitting or relaxing, like down on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna say that they're sitting. Zero will kind of move over to where Dorian is and like cradle their head and go, "Hey, Dorian, wake up, please."
You suddenly see a red flame start to ignite on the very base of his armor as it slowly travels up his body. The flame is not hot, nor is it harmful, but you see Dorian changing.
What did you do, you dumb idiot?
Dorian's armor goes from being normal to black. His face goes from being the nice pink tone to a very pale white. And his eyes open once more.
Hey, Dorian, I'm here. Are you okay? What happened?
I don't know. I don't.
What did you do?
She said if I gave myself to her, I'd be strong. I'd be able to protect people. I wouldn't fail again. I couldn't fail again.
You didn't fail.
I don't feel right. What?
Okay.
Am I okay?
Out of character for a moment. Is the flame still there, or is it?
Dorian, do you want to describe what your armor looks like now?
Well, essentially, it looked like withered and decrepit, like the life that was once part of himself and what he wore has been sucked away, in a way that has left like a husk behind. And him himself, it seems like all of the living like normal, like life bringing blood that like flowed through his veins and made his skin pop with color is gone. There's nothing there. It's just for lack of better words, he looks like a corpse.
Zero is still cradling Dorian's head and goes, and just kind of mumbles in abyssal along the words of, "Oh, my sweet idiot."
I think
Dorian
would start. He's just like, his hands are trembling. He's holding him up to his face, just looking him over, seeing these new clad black metal gauntlets that are covering his hands. His whole, just everything has changed about him. And he's just gonna full out break out crying.
And with Dorian Dorian doing that, Zero is just going to cradle him in a very, like, not sure how to describe it. It just, like, in a way for Dorian to just cry, I guess.
Comforting.
Thank you.
As that scene ends, we will flash over to Celine and Lucia.
Ohio.
Celine, was it Celine that wanted to train with Axel? Am I right?
No, it was me.
Oh, it is Lucia. Sorry.
Yeah, I asked
We
Lucia
keep
what they were
mixed
doing,
up.
and then Lucia said, nothing in particular,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I got left by myself.
So, Celine, is there anything you wish to do on this evening?
Let's see. I would like to, yeah, Lucia, yeah, Celine would like to go to, the bar to see how it is at the moment.
Are you going disguised in any way? Covered up in any way?
She'd probably wear like a cloak, but that's about it.
Alright. You go to the Creaky Keg, and by this time it has mostly cleared out. There isn't very many people now in there. Most of them have gone home for one reason or another. You do notice, however, a couple of the flyers that you were given have been put up in and around the tavern. Oh, hello, darling. Are you okay? You looked a bit worn.
Oh, I'm fine. I just need a drink. I'm just, looking for something to pass the time.
Very well, darling. I'll make you something on the house, alright?
Okie dokie.
Oh, and I stumbled across something of one of your friends. Is it okay to give it to you to pass on?
Oh, sure.
And she passes you the white rose that was left in Zero's room.
Strange.
What's strange is that it's still alive.
Yeah, I guess it. Yeah, that is true. Huh. Hey, do you have any food?
Of course, my darling. What are you hankering for?
Red berry juice, and orange juice, and 2 steaks.
Of course, my darling. It'll be right out for you. Did you hear that? Billock, did you hear that? Because I heard it. I'm coming. You kids need to get yourselves out of town soon. You know, there were people gunning for blood, and you know, Captain Axel, he's a good man. He managed to talk most of them down, but just be wary. Just be careful, please. I don't know what's going to become of my beloved town now. I just hope Captain Axel has enough of a handle on things.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. How is, you said that people are going out for blood. Is there any people in particular I should look out for? It's a great idea.
I'm hoping that they don't find you on the roads. I'm hoping they move and just keep moving and go the wrong way. Just look out for a man with a golden hatchet.
Golden hatchet? Okay. Can you write that down for me? Okay, thanks. Anyways, you said golden hatchet. Is a hatchet... Why is that?
The handle is made out of solid gold that has been fused with iron, and the blade is as sharp as anything I've ever seen. He's a scary man, and he is known for hunting monsters. He does it for sport, not for glory, not for money, but for sport. And when
Why should we be worried then?
he was denied the opportunity thanks to the antics around Poland. And he truly believes that you have committed some kind of heinous crime by allowing a monster to live.
Well, to be fair, I couldn't really catch him. He was pretty bad.
Oh,
I guess that's true.
I understand that, darling, but you were seen to be working with him. So I just thought I'd give you a fair warning. I think he said his real name was Carmine, though that could just be another alias.
Carmine. Gotcha. Carmine, golden hatchet.
Oh, and I made you all a little something for being such fine guests here at the Creaky Keg. And she lifts a bag onto the table.
Oh, what is this?
Well, you got about 2 weeks worth of rations here for the 6 of you. 5 of you. Got 2 weeks worth of rations, and I thought I'd throw in some of our famous, more famous drinks as well. Some mead, some ale. Just
Wait, 5 of us. There's 6.
is it 6 or 5?
It's 6.
Pretty sure there's 5. Okay.
She goes, oh, I must have miscounted. I'm sorry, darling. And she tops up the bag.
Oh, thanks. Well, thank you for the food. Come on, let's get going, Remy. As, Celine begins leading.
So, we go over to Lucia. Lucia, you make your way down to the guardhouse, which isn't too far from the farmlands. From the fields.
Well, I've already been here once before. Just, different circumstances.
You see Captain Axel waiting outside the guardhouse, his blade laying across his shoulders.
Is it a longsword his size or a greatsword his size?
Is a great sword.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you asked me to train you. What do you want to train
Affirmative.
you with?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
He asks you, what do you want to train?
Really, just, I guess, Lucia kind of looks to the side. I guess just how to actually fight with a sword. How can I say? Well, you showed your hand to me, right? I guess I may as well show my hand, figuratively speaking. To do you have a longsword or something?
He draws one out of a scabbard.
Lucia kind of holds the longsword, but it's very obvious to Captain Axel that she's really struggling to hold it. It's not like, kind of like how a civilian or a child would just handle holding a sword for the first time. Like almost her wrists kind of just doesn't really support it or such. I always find these things a bit cumbersome. You see, I'm not physically strong. I have my metal art, right? It's not an actual arm, it's probably prosthetic. And whenever I use my weapons and such, well, I can only use one weapon, and I just think, and my arm does, rather than my body actually doing it. Does that make sense?
I understand the premise. And he sort of just lightly taps the longsword with his greatsword, knocking it out of your hand. If you cannot hold a weapon, you cannot expect to wield it. However,
Oh, that's the problem.
there are a range of weapons designed not for strength, but for speed, for quickness, for cunning.
I know those weapons. In fact, my saber. Lucia kind of pulls out her saber, still in scabbard, just to present. I know, for example, like sabers, rapiers. They are more designed for speed, but even then, I find myself a bit slow-witted with them.
Then let us practice with what you know. Because perfection, you require 1,000 hours of training before you can call yourself a master.
I was only taught a little bit by my mum before, along with the rest of my sisters.
That is fine.
But
I will teach you.
Unfortunately, she is now wheelchair bound. Didn't get to teach me much before that happened.
I will teach you. But remember, when you hold a blade, it is an extension of yourself. It is you and only you. There is no weapon there. If you try and swing a sword, then you're going to swing a sword. But if you go to strike with all your might, you are not swinging a sword, but rather dealing a deathly blow as an extension of yourself. And he does a couple of martial demonstrations.
Lucia kind of does her best to observe and watch his form.
Now, that's not to say that I am the best out there, but I have other advantages, size and strength.
Well, not all of us can be hybrid.
You need to rely on your speed. You see, you are far smaller than me. So for me, as a larger opponent, it would be more difficult for me to keep up. Now, that's not to say this is the rule of thumb always, but it is the most common rule of thumb. The bigger they are, the slower they move. Tonight, you have one simple task. Strike me with your blade.
Lucia kind of holds her sword, though she keeps the sheath on because she doesn't want to actually hurt Captain Axel. Is this preferable?
As you sort of lift the sword up with the sheath on, he takes the sheath and rips it off. I want you to hit me. You will not hurt me with that.
sure about this?
Absolutely.
Alright. Lucia kind of bends down a little bit, kind of like someone practicing to be a fencer,
Mm-hmm.
and attempts to lunge forward.
Make an attack roll.
Give me one moment. There it is. Okay. Sorry, I'm just working.
So,
Oh yeah, I forgot because the UI isn't. My mouse is not
Mm.
aligned. That's why I have to aim a little lower.
yeah.
Okay. Got it. 21, I believe. That said.
So as you go to strike him, he draws his great sword and his long sword.
Mm-hmm.
As he deflects with the long sword, he goes to sort of not actually hit you, but he swings the great sword down lower, not realizing that he had misjudged it slightly. And there's a nice little scratch across his hip. Well, you have better form than you expect.
That's just using my arm, that's all. That's not me.
But it is you. This contraption, this arm of yours, it may not be biological. It may not be exactly what it once was. But it is still you. It is still you who wields it, you who controls it, and you who commands it. I do not think there is much that I can teach you, given how swiftly you managed to strike me. But if
I
you
see.
are interested in learning about the different martial techniques, speak to the various captains around the region as you are on your travels. Find different people of martial prowess, and you will see that each one of them uses their weapon completely differently from the last. And then you must find your style.
Oh, thank you so much for the advice. You know, I had a low lack of confidence today just because when we were on the hunt, I couldn't really hit anything. Some part of me even feels like that strike was a fluke right there. Well, that, or maybe it's just its desire to take life.
It is your desire to improve. You have strength. You have speed. You have wit. Rely on them, and you won't go wrong.
Shall we have some practice spars while the night passes?
Of course. And as the night goes on, you and Captain Axel spar for a good few hours before you need to go back to get some decent rest.
Whew.
Captain Axel's style of fighting is very much with sheer force, but he does hold back against you because he doesn't actually want to hurt you, and he knows his weapons would maim you, whereas the most your weapons do to him is scratch because of what he is.
Well, I don't mind getting hurt a bit. I can heal myself, but I guess then actually with no healing is cursed.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, he like stops. Like, if he's going to do a finishing blow on you, he sort of stops by the neck. You know, not so much that it's going to cut you, but close enough that you know that he could have hit you if he wanted to.
Mr. Axel, can I just request one more match, but this time, I guess, me going all out, not just with, blade only. I guess I need to... You said wits, right? Wouldn't my magical talent count as wits?
Absolutely, but looks around. Not near the village. I am sure we will meet again when you are on your journeys. You may show me then.
Okay.
It has been a pleasure, Lady Lucia. He looks up at the moon.
Please, if you could address me as lady, it's customary for my town to do it with the surname.
Lady Diabella. I will take my leave. And as he leaves, he looks up at the moon. About a week and a half, I should think. I'll make sure there's cover as he walks towards the forest. And
Wait,
that...
Axel, where are you going?
I am going to my camp.
You don't sleep in the guardhouse, or you don't have your own residence?
Night times are dangerous for my kind to be around civilization. Why do you think the village does not get attacked from the forest?
I see, it's because you roam around there at night. Does it mean you sleep during the day then, when you're not entirely in your form?
I sleep during the night, but I am hyper aware of my surroundings. Not much sneaks past me.
You know, where I come from, someone like you would be a lot more valued.
I'm sure. But I am valued here, hence why the people listen to me.
I do.
Sometimes value and respect doesn't always go hand in hand with blind obedience.
Well, once I get my proposal proper in place, I hope you see my way. And I hope you see the good justification I have for it.
We will
I
talk
would
again.
make sure to keep you as captain here if you want.
We will talk again soon, my friend.
Sorry, what was I saying? But, know that there's always greater opportunities in this world.
Oh, for sure. But for now, I am content. And that is all I need. Just when you find Master Polin and the Baron and his family, tell them that I'm going to kick their ass when they get back. Yes. I will see you all very, very soon, I am sure.
Affirmative.
But for now, good night. And as he fades
Nighty-night.
into the forest, Dorian and Zero are resting in the fields together, looking up at the night sky. Celine, munching and drinking on her way back to the tents. And Lucia, heading back, thinking of, well, the advice she's been given. And that is where we will end tonight's session. So thank you everyone for watching. Apologies for the technical hitch earlier on. We will be back on tomorrow night when the party is doing some stuff. Do not go anywhere. I will see you then.